Okay, I want to take this opportunity to welcome everyone to the 2020 Portage County Safety Council's Awards. This is typically a bigger event that we do in person while we're enjoying some Guido's food and hanging out at the Ravenna Elks Club. But it's a different environment, but this still works and I'm really excited about it. And on a side note, I did call and check. Guido's will deliver, so you can still get your Guido's fix while you participate in our Safety Council meetings. You can get that delivered right to your business there. 2020 has been a year of difference than we've seen before, but it doesn't mean that we still can't grow and become stronger and learn from things. And that's why I put this little quote up today. The key to success is to focus on goals and not obstacles. And boy, have we seen some obstacles in 2020. But that's okay, because we're focused on our goals and measuring those goals for success, and that's what we are here to celebrate today. So for those of you that I've not had the opportunity to meet before, my name is Nick Coy, and I work with the state of Ohio through the Bureau of Workers' Compensation. I am the assigned industrial safety specialist for Portage County and half of Summit County. So if you are in those areas and you have any questions, I have provided my phone number on here. That's my cell phone, so you can call, text, leave a voicemail, and then I will follow up with you, and we can see what services we can provide through the Ohio BWC to help you as an organization with your safety and health needs. Typically at these meetings, I give updates, and I want to provide you with some information related to Ohio BWC, the state of Ohio, and just safety in general. From the Ohio BWC, I wanted to remind everyone that even though we are still in this pandemic and things look different, we are still offering safety consulting services. Every day, I'm working with customers across Portage County to help them improve their safety and health programs. So if you're in Portage, or even if you're in Summit or outside of that area, I can get you in contact with your local safety and health industrial safety consultant. We can provide virtual consultations. Those virtual consultations can look just like a normal meeting, but we just do it virtually. So we will utilize a camera and audio, or we can call you on the phone. We set up those teams through Microsoft Teams, or if you have a different platform that you'd rather set up, we can meet that way too. I've helped companies redevelop their safety and health policies, address specific issues, and we're even offering virtual trainings to customers that need that for their staff. So while we can't be on site to work with you, I've had companies where we set them up in a meeting room, and then I virtually Skype in and provide training on a specific topic set to just that customer's needs. So we are still offering all the same services that we had before, just in a little bit different manner. So if you have any questions or you need help with things, please don't hesitate to call. We are here to help you with that. I do want to let you know that the Ohio BWC has a training center, and many of you have probably attended those classes over the years. They are really good classes, but we have made the decision to not have any in-person classes during the first quarter of 2020. So that's going to be July, August, and September, and then we'll reevaluate that as we go forward. However, in the meantime, we are offering a webinar series that launches every Tuesday, and you can find out about those webinars at the BWC Learning Center and also through the Safety Council. We've been sending out the flyers. I encourage you to attend those. There's some really valuable information with industry experts from all across the state of Ohio providing updates for you and your companies on how you can best implement some safety practices, improve safety practices, or just expand your safety knowledge. Those are also on demand at the BWC Learning Center. Now, I know there's a lot of questions about COVID and COVID-19, and honestly, one of the best places for you to find information is at coronavirus.ohio.gov. This website has what we call responsible startup protocols, state-specific operating requirements, and you can find all of this information right at your fingertips on the web at coronavirus.ohio.gov. This website is updated and monitored with all the greatest and newest information, from just restarting your company to you've been up and running for a month or two now and you have some questions or concerns. The first place we're going to direct you is to this Responsible Restart Ohio at coronavirus.ohio.gov. I've been on this website a lot. There's really just a plethora of information, and it's a great resource. And I highly recommend you checking it out and adding this to your favorites tab so that you have that information at your fingertips when you need it, when those questions arise in your organization. We, through the Bureau of Ohio Bureau of Workers' Compensation and the Division of Safety and Hygiene have also started a page called Responsible Restart Ohio Safety FAQs. You know, over the past several months, we've received a lot of questions and people are looking for answers, and we found a lot of common trends between those. So to help you find that information quickly, we've created this page called Responsible Restart Ohio. Mike will be sending out the PowerPoint after the presentation, and on the left-hand side, you'll see the words Responsible Restart Ohio underlined. That is a hyperlink to that web page. So once again, I suggest you take an opportunity, check out that website and add that to your favorite places, because we will continue to update that with information as more frequently asked questions appear, and make that available for you and your employees so you have all that information at your fingertips. So as we move into the Safety Council, before we talk about the awards, we want to talk about what 2020 is going to look like. Safety Council for this year, July 1 of 2020 through June 30th of 2021, is going to look a little different. The first big change that you're going to notice is that there's no rebate for attendance or performance this year. This has been a change that the Bureau has decided on for this year, but that doesn't mean we've stopped the Safety Council program. In fact, we are strongly encouraging everybody to continue participating in Safety Council, because there's a lot of benefits to this beyond just the financial rebate. We're going to provide a lot of good information for you and your companies to help you improve your safety and health programs. Because of this, there's also no collection of your 2020 semi-annual accident reports. Once again, though, I would encourage you to continue collecting that data for yourself, because you may be required by OSHA, or if you're not, it's still a good benchmark that you can use for your company to see how your safety and health efforts are working, and maybe help identify those areas that you're struggling with. In fact, if you have those OSHA logs, we can schedule an appointment and I will meet with you virtually, and we'll take the past 3 to 5 years worth of data and start to look at what's happening within your organization, and maybe help you pinpoint specific areas in which you can improve your safety and health programs. Our focus for the Safety Council is to continue providing quality local safety content in a virtual environment. Mike and I and the steering committee have been talking behind the scenes for several months now about how we can get this virtual platform up and running, what it's going to look like. And our goal is still to provide you with quality local safety content, information that really is specific to Portage County, your companies, and the needs that we've seen. The advantage with this now, though, is that we can actually look nationally for some of our presenters too. So I think there's going to be a lot of valuable information, and I encourage you to continue being engaged with this process. In fact, the virtual content has allowed us to expand some of our ideas that we've had in the past. Mike and I, as many of you know from being at our meetings, are big thinkers, and we really want to stretch the limits of what we can do. And unfortunately, when we had in-person meetings, you know, that was a lot of time constraint to get people into a facility. Now with this virtual content, we have some really great ideas, and I think there's going to be some great opportunities for some new and exciting content coming your way. So Safety Council is, in my opinion, is just getting stronger and better through this virtual platform. So why is Safety Council important to you? I think one of the things to keep in mind is that we are able to provide you updates on changes that are happening here in Ohio, especially considering Ohio BWC. Right now, in the world that we live in, things change sometimes daily, hourly, or I've even seen things change in a matter of minutes. So this is an opportunity for you to meet once a month or more to get that instantaneous update of what's happening and related directly to you, related to the state of Ohio and Ohio BWC. We're able to provide you those updates just like we did at the meetings, just virtually now. Also, as things change at the state level, things change at the national level too. So we're closely monitoring OSHA, and we will be providing you updates at those meetings again on any OSHA changes and updates, regulation changes, training changes, whatever may impact your company. We're going to give you an update of that. Also, I believe the Safety Council is important because it creates an accountability for safety. I have often told people that Safety Council is, you know, it's more than about Guidos and great lunch. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy Guidos, and the more I talk about it, I'm probably going to have to order that for lunch today when we get off here. But it's about accountability and sowing the seeds of safety. And when you meet at least once a month, it's bringing safety back to the top, right? It's bringing it to the forefront for you to think about and engage your business and safety. So every month we're just tossing out new topics, new ideas, so that you refocus, re-energize, and have some accountability for your safety program. And lastly, the Safety Council is really about creating information sharing and networking. Now, we're still working out the details on some of this, but we have some really great ideas about how we can help you share information and network and really create a strong accountability and network sharing program within your company, but also other companies here in Portage County. And so we're really excited as we work on this, and there'll be a lot more information to come as we move forward. But as you can see, there's a whole bunch of good reasons why Safety Council is still a very valuable piece for your company, and we hope to see you continuing to attend these meetings as we move forward. As usual, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and on our website for updates. We always have continual information coming out. I encourage you to check those areas and to continue being engaged with that. Now, Mike is actually going to throw up a quick survey for me because we just want to get a feel for what type of representation we have here at the meeting today. So he has a poll that's going to come up, and we're going to ask that you answer those questions in the poll. So as you can see, what we're looking for is what best describes your current position. This is going to help us gauge what type of individuals, what type of roles are being utilized of this service that we provide here. And this is going to help us we're going to do this poll probably several times over the next several months, just so we can make sure that the content we deliver and we put together is best meeting your needs inside your organization. You know, this is going to be an ever-changing piece, and I'm really excited about what this is going to look like moving forward. So we have about 11 of you have answered those questions so far. If everybody could try to answer those so we can get a good measurement of what we see. Looks like we got some HR professionals in here today. We have some middle management. We're also seeing upper management, plant managers, directors, some CEOs. HR seems to be the biggest representation of what we have in the meeting today. Now, those of you that have called in, I don't think you're going to be able to answer the poll, but at least we can see some of that base information. All right, Mike, I'm going to go ahead and end the poll now, and we can share those results just so we can see. We've got about 36% of our attendees today are HR related. Next is between executive levels, so our CEOs and our plant managers. So we want to welcome each and every one of you here. We're very excited that you were able to make this meeting today. And so we're going to go ahead and stop sharing that. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to turn this over to Mike Thompson for some updates from him.
How's it going, everyone? So, Nick, thank you very much. Those are some great announcements as usual. You'll get to hear those every month when we go virtual. Good to keep up with the Ohio BWC and OSHA updates as normal, kind of helps you in your everyday task, right? So I want to give you just some quick Safety Council news. Now, our steering committee knows anytime we launch a meeting, I like to start out with good news, okay? So I'm going to get into some good news, but first I do have an important announcement because the deadline is today. So I sent you guys an email. If you want to receive your award certificate by mail, the deadline is today. There is a link to register that because people are working from home. Some people are headquartered in other states. We want to make sure we get the right person, the right address, and right facility to you. So go ahead and do that, and we'll put those in the mail tomorrow, so it'll get to you next week. Again, deadline is today. Check your email to register that. Back to the good news. Our podcast, some of you listen to our podcast. I can't see your hands, but I'm assuming all of you, right? We just released our 175th episode, which takes us over the 40 hours of content. That 40 hours of content has been downloaded in over 43 different nations, and yes, 43 different states. That's pretty cool for a 100-member Safety Council in Little Old Portage County. We're pretty excited about that. Also, you guys have been seeing the emails all summer long and all spring about get outside. I saw a clap hand. Thank you, Renee. Yes, you do have like little emojis somewhere down there, right? Yeah. So our Get Outside campaign, we had a launch scheduled for April. Of course, due to COVID, we couldn't do that. We had posters ready to give everybody and make a big deal out of it. But with all that being said, without not having an official launch and just doing everything online and through email, we've had over 600 poster downloads. So that's pretty cool. Those posters are awesome. You can get them on our website underneath the campaign tab. It'll say Get Outside, and there's all kinds of good things. There's 13 Get Outside podcasts, and literally they broke a record. Those things were flying off the charts as far as downloads for us. In May, we broke a monthly podcast download record thanks to the Get Outside campaign. So thank you all for listening to that. Those are great toolbox talks and just things, meeting icebreakers to share with your folks. So again, Nick already reemphasized some of this for fiscal year 21 updates, but I also want to repeat because I think repetition is good to make sure we understand going forward. I don't want anyone to sign up for fiscal year 21 and think they're getting a rebate. So I want to put that out there as much as possible. So again, there's not going to be any rebate this year due to COVID. We're not collecting semi-annual reports because I have a handful of you that are emailing me them to me. That's fantastic, but you don't really need to do that. So you can hold on to them. And our funding, unfortunately, for the similar situations, just like most other programs going on out there, is down to 30%. So that means things are getting a little tight at the Safety Council. So we'll talk more about that later. Each Ohio Safety Council sponsor has the option to take a year off or go virtual. Want you to let you know, we're looking to go in virtual. So it's in the works. We're just waiting on an official decision. With that being said, we got some great ideas that the Zoom and webinar software allows us to do that we can never do meeting in person. So we're pretty fired up, if you can't tell by the sound of my voice. We're pretty fired up about being able to do some different things through there. So I'm going to pop up another poll. All right, if I could figure out how to do this. Poll 1, is there no? Oh, there it goes. All right, here we go. I'm still learning Zoom. So thank you all. Okay, I'm going to launch a poll right now. And it says, what type of webinar formats and functions would you prefer as we move forward in our virtual program? Okay, the first option there, just go ahead and answer as you see that pop up, is the first answer is a typical PowerPoint presentation, your typical webinar. We plan on doing those, but we want to do some other stuff and try some new types of formats. One of those is a roundtable discussion. Get a panel on there. You don't have to hear one speaker for an hour. You trade off every few minutes and actually have dialogue. This is something that Renee Nesty had an idea for that maybe we can incorporate, and I just love it. We're looking at doing like some kind of networking mastermind or peer learning groups where we kind of just sit down and help each other with whatever issues we're going through on our job. So that probably based on whether you're a safety manager and HR, then we can kind of build out from there. So if you're interested in those, there are two different options. What about interviewing a guest expert? Our most downloaded podcasts are always interviews. And so we thought, hey, why don't we bring that to the webinar instead of hearing one person talk? We can actually engage in a dialogue and a conversation. And Q&A section, which we'll have again today, if you like that. Chat box for all participants. If you like the chat function, click that. If you don't like the chat function, you hate chat rooms, you don't want nothing to do with it, click no chat box there. And then submit a question. That's a different function than Q&A, but that's something we can work into technology. And access recording after the event. So maybe you want to give it to your maintenance guy who couldn't make it, or your HR manager in the office. You'll have access to that, and that's what we're looking at. So we got 7 out of 19 people. The rest of you are calling. So go ahead, and if you could fill that out, that'd be fantastic.
Still going. Yeah, Mike, we're about 47%. We could probably get a few more in. Once again, this helps us design what it's going to look like moving forward. So definitely the feedback is appreciated.
There we go. We're up to 63%. A few more of you. And this keeps me from having to send a survey out to everybody. I know you guys love all those emails, so I try to limit those as much as possible, right, Debbie? She's amen in that, yeah. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I'm going to end this right now. So we had 63% of you respond. I'm going to share the results so you could all see it. All right, so 60% of you, typical PowerPoint. And roundtable, same, 67%. Safety networking mastermind or peer learning group. I didn't expect it to be that high. Look at that, 67%. That's amazing. HR mastermind, 42%. I expected probably around there. Yeah. Interview a guest expert, 33. I thought that'd be a little higher. That's okay. Q&A, 58. Chat box. Hey, only one person doesn't like the chat box. That's cool. All right. Submit a question, 42%. That's probably Renee that answered that, right? Because you're running it today. No. Access to a recording after the event, 42%. All right. Well, thank you for that. And with that being said, I know we're taking a little bit of time here. I'm going to close that out. Excuse me. And I'm going to go to the next slide here. If it'll let me. There we go. I think I'm heating it. Yeah, there we go. All right. Can you all see that now? All right.
Yes.
Again, we're still learning Zoom, so thank you for your patience. All right. Just real quickly, I want to cast a little vision for what we're considering for fiscal year 21. Okay. We're actually looking at doubling the amount of information you get. Instead of doing 10 meetings a year, we're looking at 20, 2 per month. That takes us, because we're a month behind due to the COVID, August all the way through June next year, twice a month, except for the holidays. That gives us 20 webinars. We're going to make it member-only access, so everyone to get emailed, but not everyone to be allowed in the meeting. So only members. You can't just find this anywhere on YouTube. And literally, we're going to give you on-demand recordings accessible for all your employers. Again, we'll have a page on our website that'll be password protected, member-only access, so not anyone can get that. And then once you get that password, you can go to our website anytime and link to all those videos on demand. That way, if you can't even make a meeting, you can go back and watch the recording of it through a private YouTube channel. Okay. Each webinar with on-demand access will cost less than a Frappuccino, a frou-frou Frappuccino at Starbucks. That's why I say to my wife every time we go there. $5-6, what is it now for a Frappuccino? Each webinar, if you break it down for next year, is going to be probably, we don't have an official thing, but probably around $5 or less per webinar. That's still to be decided, but I just want to throw at what kind of deal this is. Again, it's on-demand access for all your employees. All right. And so how does that sound to you guys? I'm going to pop one last poll up. We'll be quick this time. And how does that sound, the virtual program, to you? I'm going to launch it right now. This is kind of like Cold Stone Creamery. Or love it, like it. I almost put gotta have it for fun, but I don't know. So like it, love it, sounds okay. Don't like it, you can be honest. We don't care. Go ahead and just get those votes in. We just want to make sure we're tracking with you guys and what you need as our members. So 20 webinar meetings, probably going to be $5 or less per webinar. And obviously an annual package. All right. And on-demand access for all your employees. All right. We're at 68%. We got a few more in there. We got a few more. Should I do an auctioneer thing, guys, to kind of pick it up a little bit? Give me one, give me two, give me, no? All right. All right. There we go. We're still going on here. 73%. Give you a few more seconds. Do you love it, like it, sounds okay, or don't like it? Unfortunately, we don't have much of a choice. It's either not do anything until next fiscal year or we go virtual. So we're trying to make that. And we're also going to spread out with different industries, guys. We're going to do more HR focus. We'll do more industry focus because we'll be able to spread out and have access to that. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and end this. I'm going to share the results. 33% love it, 33% like it, 20% sounds okay, 13% don't like it. All right, we still like you guys anyways. It's all right. And we're going to take that out. And so more details are going to come soon. Again, we have to go back, crunch the numbers since our funding is going down to 30%. If we can make it work, we're going virtual. And so the news will come out at some point for that. So thank you all for listening to me. I know it's not always easy, right? So I'm going to skip the questions at this point until the end, Renee, just for time's sake. And so we're going to go on to our actual annual safety awards program. So everybody, it's kind of weird without any thunderous applause from the crowd with a mouthful of Guidos. Welcome our steering committee chair to read off the names, Debbie O'Connell. Welcome, Debbie.
Oh, thanks, Mike. It's good to see Mike and Nick and Renee on the call and the Zoom. I can't wait to see everyone again, but I do really appreciate everyone participating. I know that this beginning information and rolling things out, for all of us, this is a first, so I appreciate everyone's patience. I'm not there in the room with Mike anymore, so I can't pull him off of the microphone. So Renee will have to control him over chat when he tries to get on chat too much. So, but we do love you, Mike. Some things never change, and we appreciate you. So thanks for all the work that Mike and Nick have been doing behind the scenes these last few months and getting us involved when they can. And we're going to go ahead and get started with the awards. This is really exciting. I congratulate all of these companies that are listed here. I think that things that are brought to safety councils can be widely used in your businesses. So hopefully we can continue to share this information and we can see more employers on this list for next year. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to recognize the safety performance for the 2019 calendar year. And Mike, if you can drop that down a little bit. I believe this first group here is going to be the 100% award winners. These are going to be employers that have worked the entire calendar year without a lost time accident. So great job. First one, Ace Products and Consulting LLC, Aluminum Wheel Technologies, Astra Products Ltd, Cleveland Punch and Die, Kozar Mold Inc., GS Steel Company, Glazing Systems Inc., Guido's Pizza and Catering Inc., HB Chemical, Johnson Matthey Process Technologies, Paul Edelman Trucking Inc., Pettigrew Pumping Service Inc., Podner Plastics Inc., Portage Development Board, Portage Learning Centers, Ready to Haul LLC, ResTech Corp., Seiko Polymers Inc., Safeguard Technology Inc., Sorbothane Inc., Swift First Aid, Village of Hiram. This next set of award winners is going to go to the group award winners. These are the companies that have the lowest incident rate in each group. Congratulations to Hess Print Solutions, who Twyla is also a member of our steering committee, and Rovisys Company. Congratulations. This next group is the Achievement Award winners. These are going to be companies that have improved its safety record by at least 25% from the previous year. This is a big accomplishment. ACS Industries Inc., Automation Plastics Corporation, City of Ravenna, Coleman Professional Services, Hattie Larlam Foundation, Kent City Schools. These people have done wonderful things. Multiple award winners. These are companies that won an award in 2 or more of the above categories. Keep up the great work, guys. Access to Independence, 100% and achievement. Acroplastics, 100% and achievement. Brimfield Township, group and 100%. Cantex Inc., group, 100% and achievement. Commercial Roofing and Coating Systems, group and 100%. Compass Packaging, 100% and achievement. Deerfield Farms Service Inc., group, 100% and achievement. The list continues. Delta Systems Inc., group, 100%. Elbex Corporation, group, 100%. Emerald Transportation, group, 100% and achievement. I'm going to say this wrong, I'm sorry. Furukawa Rock Drill USA Inc., I apologize, 100% achievement. Hamrick Manufacturing and Service Inc., group, 100%. Hummel Construction Company, 100% and achievement. Light Metals Company, Inc., 100% and achievement. And the list continues. Portage Metropolitan Housing Authority, group and achievement. R.W. Martin and Sons, Inc., group, 100%. Saw Systems, Inc., group and 100%. CO Master Corporation, group and 100%. The Streetsboro City School District, group and 100%. Workman Industrial Services, Inc., 100% and achievement. Wright Heating and Cooling, Inc., group and 100%. These are going to be the special awards. These are companies that have worked at least 6 months and at least 500,000 hours without a lost time accident. Congratulations. Brimfield Township, from 7/1/11 to 12/31/19, 571,880 hours worked. Congratulations. Delta Systems, Inc., from 5/28/2015 to 12/31/2019, over 1 million hours worked.
Good job, Matt.
Hamrick Manufacturing and Service, Inc., from 7/27/2006 to 12/31/19, you are nearing 1 million hours worked. Kent City Schools, from 8/16/2018 to 4/22/19, with 662,000 hours worked.
Good work, Jim.
Natural Essentials, Inc., from 4/9/19 to 12/31/19, over 3 million hours worked.
Wow, good job, Jesse.
This is also going to be another group of special award winners that have worked 6 months and have at least 500,000 hours with a lost time accident. Congratulations. Radix Wire, 9/26/16 to 10/9/19, 685,138 hours worked. Rovisys Company, from 12/31/1988 to 1/29/19, 8+ million hours worked. Huge accomplishments, guys. Seiko Polymers, Inc., from 9/18/2007 to 12/31/19, 684,419 hours worked. CO Master Corporation, 11/17/14 to 12/31/19, 641,740 hours worked. The Streetsboro City School District, from 10/5/17 to 12/31/19, you are nearing 1 million hours worked. Congratulations to everyone. Those are really big accomplishments. I know that it's very hard to do those things. You guys have great safety programs in place because that's what helps drive those things. So next year, we're going to have a lot more winners on that list.
So guys, this brings up our Q&A time. And so go ahead and type a question in the chat based on any of the policy stuff that Nick talked about or any of the things that I talked about. And then we'll go ahead. Renee, just go ahead and unmute your mic if there's any questions from the chat.
Mike, I just want to take an opportunity to also say congratulations to all the award winners today. These are amazing accomplishments. Keep up the good work. Even in today's environment, there's so much that we can do to keep our workers safe. And that's why the Safety Council is such a valuable tool for everyone. It's an opportunity for us to network and learn from amongst each other. We have some great examples of safety leaders here in Portage County. And we should be very proud of what we do here in Portage County and what we're able to accomplish. And I look forward to so much more of that moving into the future.
I don't have any questions at this time. There's nobody coming in on the chat line with questions, but thanks, Michelle, for your well wishes for the Portage County Safety Council. Our members are fantastic. So as you can see from all the awards, yeah, so if anybody has questions, you can type it in the chat box. You can get to the chat on the bottom of the screen. There is a button that'll say chat, and you can click that and it'll come up on the right-hand side of your screen. So,
and also, I still encourage everyone, if you want to hear of any certain topics, or you have any questions, please reach out to any of us here in the group. You can go directly to Mike, and for those of you that didn't seem like this was your thing right now, maybe you could let us know what it is that you would like or not like to see, and we can, that's what we're here to do, is to work together. And this has always been such a wonderful group to work with. So please continue to share your ideas, and we're going to do our best to try to meet everyone's needs and get through this next year with providing a lot of information. So I'm excited about it.
All right, guys, I'm going to head and stop the recording. So again, I will email out a link to YouTube. Do you have access to this, to everyone that attended? So thank you very much for joining us. Again, like they all said, if you have any questions, feel free to email me at the Safety Council account. And if you have any questions for Nick, I can put you in contact, or any of them. So thank you very much. Have a good day. Stay safe.
Everyone be safe.